The battle for the #1 spot on the GRC leaderboard rages on today as the Flakers will look to once again dislodge the top spot, taking Montpellier in round number 7. Standing in their way will be Castres, who have been threatening at times but often falling short of the required task today. Their final chance to make themselves noted. Hello everyone and welcome on to Flakers Group, your home of Rugby Challenge 3 and the subscriber series, the Global Rugby Challenge, where you guys take the field against the world's elites. It is the Flakers up against Castres for this round 7 clash, and it's a big clash here for the Flakers as they look to continue that battle like we talked about with Montpellier for that top spot. They've got a lot of work to do as well because they've been overtaken by a fellow subscriber side who's already played this round, and they sit now down in 3rd position. Of course, a very good record with 5 wins, 1 draw, and they are yet to be beaten. Most recent form hasn't been their best, one could argue, with some good performances resulting in wins, but not the most convincing that you would expect from a front-running team. Last round it was the Exeter Chiefs and they just snuck past 24 points to 17. The round before that, a similar result and a very similar scoreline, 24-14 over Saracens. They'll need to step it up today here against Castres, who not well positioned on the ladder. We've seen in previous episodes these guys can score tries, so they could be a bit of a banana skin for the Flakers. The lineup for the Flakers here tonight will be as follows, starting off with the big boys in the front row. Lucas Barrett will start on the loose end side. Zaza Kukulska will be at hooker, and Peter Matthews will be on the tight end side of the front row. Into the second row, Ian McDonald will find his partner, his old partner back, and Chris Smith as the two combine yet again in the middle of the pack. And Francois Valentine will get a new man alongside Emmanuel Valera and of course Connor Nicholson once again lining up with that number 8 jumper on his back. Into the back line, there's another Barrett. This time Joshua will start at scrum half, and he gets Tino Mahande alongside him in the fly half, number 10, the jumper into midfield. Owen Richards will start at inside centre, so it's a bit of a playmaking 10-12 combo here with Pierre Valentine outside those two at 13. The back three will consist of some pretty dangerous players on the left side. Jim LEG, no promising, but Iwania will be on the right. And Michael Guerin will keep his spot at fullback for the Flakers as they look to continue their undefeated season in the GRC. Trying to stop them will be Castres. So we've talked a little bit about the side already and how good they could possibly be, but how little they have delivered in a full 80-minute performance. They sit down in 10th position, but don't let that fool you as to how bad this team possibly is. It was the Celtic Dragons a couple of rounds ago who really took them to the cleaners, 42 points to 7, but the second half was actually 7-7 between the two sides. And then last round they took on the All Flakes, and that was a lot closer, just 13 points to 0. Castres didn't score a try, they didn't score a point, where the defensive effort was much improved. They've also already played the Guardians of the Crib. That was 35-21. So these guys have been around, they've played a few tough matches, and they've shown they can defend, they've shown they can attack. Maybe now they can put the two together and put some finishing touches on a big match against the Flakers. We've seen good performances from this side, the likes of Daniel Kotzer on the loose end side and Mark Clark on the tight end side of the front row. Those guys like to score tries, so that's going to be key for them. It's a good pack as well. They've got plenty of experience. Christoph Sansom will be in the second row alongside Steve Murphy, and of course they've got plenty of ball players. Babalot, Caballero and Tulo, the back row of the pack. Into the back line, there's plenty of explosiveness as well. Rory Cooker, your Dapoletta, those guys definitely know how to sort things out. And when they've got back three as dangerous as this, David Smith on the left, Tyler Paris on the right, Scott Spinning at fullback. It is a dangerous looking proposition, and it's all going to be down to how Benjamin, your Dapoletta, will play this game in the number 10 jumper, whether he can get one over his opposite number 10 and Tino Mahande. That's going to be a decisive factor for Castres. It's a big game and it's sort of play for, so let's get down to the action. Let's get ready for kickoff. It's Castres away to the Flakers. So getting things underway will be the Flakers. It'll be Mahande with the ball on halfway. They're playing in the yellow and purple, and it's a full blue kits here for Castres as we are ready to get this one underway. Owen Richards not with ball in hand this week. Mahande taking all those kicking duties away, and he's got the game underway. Round 7 for the Flakers is good to go, and it is down for the Castres to take the first use of the ball. And a great break, straight to the middle, real chance here. Robert Emerson, who've already talked about. Wide go Castres, real opportunity for Sampson. Gets taken in a great tackle though. Wow, where did that come from Castres? We're hardly even into the game, and already we've got our first line break going to the visitors. Explosive options there. Robert Emerson finding Sampson, the big second rower, bulldozing down the wing. Now it's a chance for Flakers. Mahunde. Oh, Mahunde! Taken in a big clothesline, and after an impressive break to start things off, Emerson's going to be spending 10 in the bin. Already we've had contrasting two phases, and this one will be, I imagine, a little bit too far out for Mahunde. It is. So instead it will be the Flakers fly half going for touch. He's very close, but just managing to keep it outside the line. A great desperation try to keep it in from Castres, but it will be a line out to set up here for the Flakers. They're a man up. Now is when they've got to take advantage of the situation. They've had one real phase, and Kukulska hits his man. Ian McDonald at the front again. Mahunde not afraid to take it once more. Steps inside, having a little bit of a go himself. It's playing just inside the 22. They go to the right. Valera, numbers here. Francois Valentine. Big ball out wide. Promise Sigmawania. He's over. And the Flakers will strike first. That's a great start. And that's exactly what they wanted from it as well. 5-0. Man in the bin. And a told as well. Won't shorten the back line. And Igbanuania was the one left over out wide. Great start there for the Flakers. They're under the pump early. They made something of it. And there is a try to promise Igbanuania. He's been prolific this season. And this Flakers side, they know their way to the try line. Great work there. A couple of forwards involved. Francois Valentine and Manuel Valera. But they definitely put that one into the advantage by giving it to that man. The finisher on the right, promise Igbanuania to dot down in the right-hand corner, and here as well, it's not Mahunde taking all the kicking duties because Owen Richards still has the kicking tee for shots at goal, so maybe you could have seen a shot from just over halfway, but he didn't seem too keen on that either. Here is Richards, and it's a great shot from out the right. Straight as an arrow, as good as you like, and over it goes. It is the Flakers leading 7-0 over Castres. A big start by both the sides, with the yellow card to Robert Emerson has proved a costly error for the Castres inside centre to make. Back to Scott Spedding, who will get the game back underway. He's gone short, and it's taken on brilliantly from Francois Valentine. And Tino Mahunde takes straight on to contact as well. It's popped back, and here is Valentine again, all by himself. A good little bust away, and there's no one helping out either side, but it is the blue jerseys of Castres to get there first, but not enough to stop it. Colin Nicholson was the one to look in that option for the short side. Mahunde's back in the action now, and he's kicking deep down towards the Castres 22, and running it back. Scott Spedding hits this one deep, finds the grass as well. It's a very good kick. And now turning is Michael Guerin. Way to Matthews. Giovanni Chino. He's danger out wide. Lucas Moret, the loose head prop. Looking to his left. Can't find support. And it's turned over from Spedding, who's kicked the ball on the line. And is that going to be out in the full? It should be. On the line. Classed is out. And we're having Emerson back on the field. So maybe that was the real target of why he kicked that out. Knowing that his inside centre was close to a return, but yes, it is out in the full, so it'll be a line out for Zaza Kukulska, who again hits his man in the front, and a little snipe from Joshua Barrett. They look to the right, Mahunde looking to force his way through. Great little run there from Tino Mahunde, staying straight. Kukulska, quickly recycle ball. Valentine away to Richards. Now here's a chance. Richards putting a little chip over the top. Big chase is on, but David Smith equal to it. He takes it back into his own 22. The yellow jumpers are coming, but the blue ones get there just in time. It's a pick and go from Daniel Kotzer. Could be a turnover here for the Flakers, but Kotzer's done an extraordinary job to hold on to that. Running up the back is Steve Murphy. This could be a turnover. It is. McDonald does very well. And it is topsy-turvy. Take it and leave it. In the 22 of Castres is Barrett. Could have had an open line to run straight under the sticks. But he spills the ball. And A missed chance there for Lucas Barrett.
Crouch. Bind.
Scrum will pack down for Castres. And an opportunity for them to escape their own 22, where they've been pinned down for a bit of time. Your Dappletters missed out. They go out to Emerson, who finds David Smith out there in a good chase from the scrum half. Joshua Barrett, who goes all the way out to the sideline to make the tackle. Rallier has a bit of a run, and it's not much on there for Mark Anton Rallier. Now they cut it to the short side for going back to Murphy, and there's no way through as they just get to the 22. Rallier again, now they find some room wide. Samson does dicey to find it out to Paris.
Release.
As they go sideways to Castres, but they don't escape the 22 still. Big chance now as it's another run from Steve Murphy. There's nowhere for him to go there, heavily involved as they go short side. Now it's a big chance and ruined completely from Tyler Paris. And had the chance too to go around the outside. And his kick was fairly average as we're almost at half time. It's still only 7 points to 0 as Kukulska goes to the front and it's been spilt into touch. An error at the front of the line out from Ian McDonald, getting a little bit too predictable. And Castres are all over that play. Now they've got a line out of their own. Maybe need to mix it up to the Flakers. Rallier will throw it. And he goes way to the back. And that is more like the mixing up of plays we like to see as they come wide. And it's a chance now through Jan David going to David Smith.
Release.
He managed to make 5 metres out of it as well. Pick and go from Rory Cockett. He almost gets up to the 10-metre line. Does the scrum half, but no one helps out. It's turnover ball. Back to the Flakers. They come left side. Ian McDonald trying to charge through. Throws out a desperate pass. And here we go. It's topsy-turvy both sides. Throwing offloads that are intercepted. Mahande. Sabolos inside with Jim Alicino. Alicino looking. Alicino stepping. Alicino beats the cover. And he throws a foul. And it's knocked on from Valentine. Another try goes begging for the Flakers. They should be 3 up to zip, but they can't put the finishing touches on it. Alicino did magnificently to keep that in the field of play, but couldn't be handled by his backline partner, Pierre Valentine, one of the most experienced characters in this team. And we go to the break with a scoreline at 7 points to 0. Now this is a curious position for these two sides because we know Castres are certainly capable of a strong 40 minutes, but will it be that we just seen a strong defensive 40, or do they have a strong attacking 40 to match with it as well? They trail by just the one solitary try when Emerson was in the bin. Since then, the Flakers have made mistake after mistake, knock-ons and errors, poor set-piece decisions as well that just haven't done them any favours. They lead, but only just, and they've had all the possession to go with it as well, 73% to just 27. But you see that third line down, handling errors has cost them, and they have not had the best game of finishing their chances. They'll be looking for bonus points, they'll be looking for extras. They're far way away from that, and Castres will have to keep that pressure up in the second half and limit the Flakers, and even possibly have a go at bringing themselves back into this game. We've got 40 minutes of action still to come. It is the Flakers with a slender lead, 7 points to 0 over Castres. Of course, Castres have already played the league leaders Montpellier. They went down by just 7 points as well. Just shows just what these teams are capable of sometimes. As underway we go, it's kicked off from Spedding, and the Flakers get the ball in their own half by Whisker. And it's a real battle, the breakdown here. But eventually it will come back to Valentine, who's going to look for the safety of touch and territory. Is he going to cook it? No! Great kick away from Pierre Valentine. Puts the pressure back on Castres. And what can they make of this opportunity here? Castres already straight away pinned down in their 22. As Rallier will throw it in, to the back he goes, and Caballero does very well. Now here's Emerson finding it out wide to Paris. Looks for the support play, won't get it there either. The Flakers commit. And now they get it beautifully short and a breakaway from David. He gets outside the 22. Couple of early line breaks for Castres at the moment. Here is a run from Benjamin Udapaleta as he goes a little bit short side once more. And that seems to be the goal of the game at the moment as it's lost from Rory Cockett. Bit of a decision there, and it's jumped on by the Flakers, and that's the area they're looking for. McDonald, away to Valentine. Valentine slides through. Valentine support out wide, and who else but Promise Ipanawania? He's got two, and the Flakers double their lead. He's the go-to man, he's the finisher out wide, and Pierre Valentine threads the needle through, finds the support out wide, the overlap on the fullback, too hot to handle, and it was all this man, Pierre Valentine, straight through, and then the pace and the finishing skills of Promise Ipanawania. And that is the try they're looking for, the finish they're looking for, but also, before that, the mistake from Castres that they were looking for. Poor David Smith caught in two minds there. Would he commit to Pierre Valentine, or did he keep wide on his winger? In the end, he could decide he made the wrong decision. And the Flakers go over. Their second try of the game, and this man, Owen Richards, hardly touched the ball with his hands, but he's getting it done with the boot, off the tee. One shot already. Here is the second, kicking towards the Grubber Grill. And over it goes from Richards, a great kick as well, 14-0. The Flakers over Castres, and that should ease a little bit of nerves going around the home team camp. Of course, still a long time to go as well, and bonus points will certainly not be too far gone from their minds. As underway we go yet again, and it's Francois Valentine who goes backwards with the ball in hand, and Castres tried to link it up, but it's back to Pierre Valentine, who started this all off with a big kick in exactly the same position. And a chance there at the back for Spedding if he could have pulled it in for a quick line out, but they let it go. And Castres once again, in their own 22, have to make the play and go a full 70, 80 metres to get back into this game. To the back they go. Once again, Caballero's the man. Now Yapinella looks wide, and it's David going quickly out to Paris, and Paris got room, but he's getting cut off pretty quickly. Great ball around the corner, now they got the room, and it's a breakaway from Clark. He's being chased from Barrett, and he gets the line nicely to Sampson. They thunder over halfway to Castres. This is what we know from them. The Flakers defence gets set as David has popped away a forward pass just when they looked like they were getting going. Now they are a team that can spark like that, and you just never know when they're going to get away.
Crouch. Bind.
The Flakers survive as we tick over the hour mark with the scrum. Joshua Barrett feeds it in. Connor Nicholson waits for it in the back as Castres scrum gets a big hit. Oh, we were waiting for it. Was it going to sit steady? No. No chance of it. Castres turnover. Quickly wide to Paris. Paris looks a step. There's no way through there for them. The tackle, Jamali Gino. Cockett going for a little run off the left-hand side of the ruck. Finds no room. Here's Clark again. Poor from Castres. They get pushed back into their own half. Sampson. Oh, that's a nice little play. Round the corner looking for his winger once again. Tyler Paris, nowhere to go. Oh, this is good. This is better from him. And they're broken away. Real chance now for Emerson. Gets the support play. And it's Babylon out wide. Big chance for Sampson. Inside ball. Magical. Magical from Udapaleta and from Castres. Benjamin Udapaleta will be the scorer. But how about the bust down the right-hand touchline? Will we see it far back enough? We do. Just Robert Emerson making up for that earlier indiscretion that cost him the try. But look at the support play. Sensational from Castres. And David Smith left over unrequired. Magic, magic work. Look at this. You see Joshua Berenius covering a lot of ground. And so was Michael Guerin. There was the finishing hit. But not enough to stop him in his tracks at all. Support was too heavy, too fast, and too strong as well. Great try from Castres. We went into this saying that they can score tries. There's still just over 10 minutes to go. An important conversion that is over. Well, that puts a real spanner in the works of the Flakers now as they are looking to go top, but they are struggling now for the third consecutive round to put points on the board. And the world will be watching as these guys have a big target on their backs as well as The top subscriber side at the end of each round is underway. We go. Team number Hyundai gets no troubles with it underway again. And here come Castres. They're really rocking now. Out wide they go. Through Emerson to David before going back in field to Caballero. It's a pick and go. Tulu finding into the left side. And again, it's another break. Oh, turned over though. Richards trying to find support.
Release.
Almost special there from David.
Advantage.
Oh, Barrett's knocked it on. Wow, it's been a consistent theme, hasn't it, of this Flakers performance. The second
Crouch. Bind.
handing error from the loose head prop.
Set.
And with just 6 minutes to go, a real chance now for Castres. A scrum on halfway. Doesn't matter where they are. Oh, their scrum has been immense. Cockett quickly fires wide to David Smith. He's up against Ikmanuanu. He beats him as well. Good step from the left winger. And he passes away. And it's a chance for Yandapalena. He's stopped, but he gets infield. It's a tie game. Kick to come, of course, but it's all tied up. It could be a draw. 14-12, kick to come. Rory Cockett, step up the man. Will we have a restart? Let's do the try though. Mark, Antoine, Relier. This was beautiful. You Dempaletta once more, but it was on Richards that pulled him in. The pass back into the hooker. What a finish. What a performance. Here come Castres. David Smith, he's been quiet. Drew in 2 defenders. That was the difference maker. The chase was good, but the support once again was far too good from Castres. And the Flakers, well, we talked about it at half-time. Was the first half their big effort, Castres? It's turned out, no, it was not. And the Flakers only have themselves to blame now, as they will possibly draw. There goes 80 minutes, and there goes the extra 2. 14-14. The Flakers have been stopped in their tracks. Full time goes, and what will be overwhelming disappointment from the Flakers. Castres well deserved of their 2 points for a draw. 2 tries apiece. Ikmanuanu with the 2 for the Flakers, but other than that, they lacked real composure, they lacked real finishing, and they lacked that real punch to get themselves going forward. The territory battle was certainly on their side. They kicked very well, but they could not finish the chances. And that first half was just 7-0. Owen Richards, 2 out of 2 from the tee, 1 in the first, 1 in the second, of course, but it was a comeback from Castres. It is the fly half Benjamin Yandapalena with the first opening try for the visiting team, and then of course it was the hooker Marc-Antoine Relier with the second right on full time. And of course the sharp shooting skills of Rory Cockett put over 2 out of 2 conversions to tie it all up. 14-14. The Flakers had no chance in that last 20 minutes or so to even get into the game, let alone score a penalty, a drop goal, anything like that. They were shut out by a hot finishing, fast finishing, really, really skillful Castres side. Well, they've promised a lot, they've threatened a lot as well, but this will have to go down as one of their best performances, and now the second draw for what's become the competition favourites in the Corn Flakers. Wow, look at that turnaround at half-time. It was pretty much nearly on 80-20 as far as possession went, but a huge turnaround for Castres, pulling it back to just short of 50-50, 57-43, the full-time possession stats. Territory just nudged by the visitors in the end, but where is mistakes? Because there was a lot of errors by the Flakers. Line break 6 by the Flakers, 7 by Castres. A lot of stats there that did not go the way of the home team. They were well from their best. Castres, they came and they had a great second half that we were fearful of. We knew what they were capable of, and they did it perfectly executed. A great defensive first half and even better attacking second. You'd be lying if you said that you saw a result like this coming, because that is ridiculous. The Flakers have been destroying all comers in previous weeks. We've noticed that they had started to struggle towards this middle to late end part of the season. Not convincing against the Exeter Chiefs or Saracens, picking up less 10 and less points victories over those two sides, who, let's be fair, aren't the best teams in the competition as well. Now they come up against Castres, who we've seen in the past, like we said at the start, have had those really good halves of rugby. Today, though, they put in one heck of a finish to put themselves right back into the frame. 14-14 over one of the top teams in the league is definitely a result to be proud of. The Flakers, though, they will be absolutely distraught at how this one has come about. That is a poor result. And next up, when you look at the Flakers fixtures, they're away to the Crusaders. So that tells you something as well. Having a look at the table, though, how does it change? Oh, well, they don't get the win, do they? So they've struggled to really put the pressure on Montpellier, who now, after 7 games, will be outright at the conclusion of round 7, top of the table, because the All Flakes are 6 points behind, as are the Dragons, who still have a match to play. So that really throws the cat amongst the pigeons. And to be fair, a 5-point win for the All Flakes or the Dragons could put them into second place and drop the Flakers down to possibly 3rd position. So it is still all up in the air. Leinster are there. They've got a game to play, of course, but it is against the subscribers side. So possibly they could jump into the mix of the top 4 as well if they pick up the victory. The Crusaders certainly not out of it, and next to the Chiefs as well right there. Castres have jumped up to 9th position with that draw, and that is their first draw of the season. But look at this, the Dragons have picked up 2 draws, the All Flakes have picked up a draw, and now the Flakers have 2 draws as well. So it is really tough to predict what's going to happen. That is a great performance by Castres and a pretty lackluster one from the Flakers. That does do us, though, for this match for round 7. We'll be back in with the Celtic Dragons up against Leinster. And then, of course, I'm pretty sure it's the All Flakes who are facing the Crusaders, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, both home games for our subscriber teams. But, wow, what a fixture. Didn't see that result coming. Great comeback from Castres and a spectacular finish between the two sides. Second draw for the Flakers as they struggle to take that top spot back. I'll see you all again next time. Thanks for tuning in and watching. Hope you're enjoying the series so far. And Montpellier, still your number 1 team. I'll see you for the Dragons versus Leinster. But until then, thanks for watching and take care.